Good morning, guys. This is a quick lesson on dividing decimals by decimals. Some of you might want to take notes on this, so let's go and get started. So remember when we divided by a whole number, we would just basically get right into it. We divide 25 into 3 to see 25 could go to 3. And we know that since it can't go into 3, we could either put a 0 there or just leave it alone. Then go to the next digit, which is 5. Could 25 go into 35? Absolutely, you can go in at least once. Then you do 1 times 25 underneath. Subtract, find the difference. Difference is 1, 0. Obviously, this is smaller than your divisor, so you know you picked the right number. You didn't go too high or too low. So next, we bring down our 0. And then we go for the next digit. Can 25 go to 100? Absolutely. You can go in 4 times. 4 times 25 is 100. And 100 minus 100 is 0. Now at this point, if you recall, the best thing to do next is go ahead and then bring up your decimal so you don't forget it. So you're going to write this just above here in our quotient, in our answer. And then we're going to bring down the 5. And then we're going to find out, okay, can 25 go into 5? No. So in this case, you're going to have to put the 0 down because it's going to hold its place here. It's a placeholder. And then we take the 0, and we bring that down. And then can we divide 25 into 50? Absolutely, 2 times. And that goes in evenly, perfectly. And so this decimal is terminating. It means it ends. It stops at 0. There's no remainder. So this is our answer, 14.02. Now this is what we've been doing up until this point. Now, how do we divide decimals by decimals? What happens if the divisor also has a decimal that's not at the end, right? 25 actually does have a decimal. It's at the end right here. We just don't write it down, right? Most whole numbers that we write down, we don't write down the decimal. Unless it has one, it's more than likely if it does have one, it's going to be either between the 2 and the 5, in front of the 2, or maybe somewhere over here with some zeros, right? So let's talk about that. So now when we divide with the decimal, we have to take an extra step before we divide. So let's say we have this problem here, and we want to divide 66.5 by 3.5. So this is your dividend. This is your divisor, right? So your divisor is going to go on the outside. So it's going to go right here, 3.5, or in this case, 3 5/10. And the dividend is going to go right here, 66.5. Now again, we want to take that extra step. And the extra step with dividing decimal by decimal is making the divisor, we have to make the divisor whole. That's the step. Make the divisor whole. Okay, and the only way to make it whole is to move that decimal to the right 1 place. When you move it to the right 1 place, you make it a 35. Instead of 3.5, it's now 35. But the problem with that is, if you do that here, you also got to do it over here. You have to be fair. Whenever you do the one side, you got to do the other side. Okay, so we're going to move this to the right 1 time. So it's going to be 35 into 665, and the decimal is going to end up being at the very end as well. And then you just divide like you normally would. 35 goes into 66 at least once. Subtract the difference, 31. Okay, so it's less than the divisor, so we know we picked a good number. We didn't go too low or too high. Then we bring down the 5. And then we got to figure out, okay, how many times can 35 go into 315? I know that 10 times 35 is going to give us 350. And this is a little bit less than 350, right? So it could be 9, it could be 8, right? But since this is pretty close, I would probably pick 9. So let's try 9. 35 times 9, 45. This is 27. 27 plus 4 is 31. And lo and behold, it is our number. There's nothing else we can do, nothing else we need to do. Obviously, this is a whole number. The decimal goes straight up. So our answer is going to be 19. Okay. I'll do a few more examples, but this is just a good start to get into dividing decimals by decimals. God bless. Have a great day.